Hi everyone, it's Kev here, and this is the DJI Mic Mini. This afternoon I'm going to go out on the Suzuki V-Strom and on the Honda Goldwing. I'll have this inside my helmet, do a little test on the audio just to see what we think. There's lots of reviews already on YouTube about this little microphone. It's been out for a while now. The quality, I believe, is really quite good from this little mic from what I've seen. In fact, I think for me it's probably just going to be the bee's knees. It's just what I need. It's easy to set up. It fits inside the helmet really good. Got a couple of magnets inside the helmet. I can just clip it in there and that works really well. I've already done one video where I've used this, the first video that I was able to do since I bought this, and I'm pretty impressed with the sound. But this afternoon I just want to do a little test on the noise reduction, on low noise reduction and high noise reduction on both bikes, just to see how it comes out, and just to sort of add yet another YouTube video to the hundreds and hundreds of videos that are already on there about this little mic. I think the quality of it is pretty good, and for what I'm doing it's going to serve the purpose. So come along, have a listen. If you've got any comments to make or any pointers that you think you could give me, feel free to make comments in the comments below or ask questions, and we'll come back when we've been for a bit of a ride and we've had a bit of a listen, and we'll make a conclusion about what we think. So as we head off to do a little ride to see how the sound is sounding, I've got the noise reduction on the sound on high, so the noise reduction level is as high as you can get it, so you can hear what that sounds like. And I've got the visor up at the moment. We'll just head off and do a little ride. Watch out for the pedestrians. Quite a few motorbikes out today. There's likely that we'll see one or two bikes. We'll turn off up here anyway and just go around the block. But the main reason for coming out here is just to do this test. So we'll do a little ride. I'm on the V-Strom. Do a bit more talking. I've just put the visor down, so there will be a bit of a change in the sound there. The idea is for me to just really find out which setting I think I'm going to like best. I've listened to a few of them on YouTube, and I quite like the sound when it's on low noise reduction, because you get a bit of that ambient sound of the motorbike, the engine and that sort of thing. Just how much wind noise we'll get, I don't really know. Just coming up to 100 kilometers an hour now. A little bit of water flying around here. I've just given the motorbike a good wash this morning, so obviously still a few little puddles of water around. So that's with the microphone noise reduction on high, and the decibel gain set to -12, which is what I believe you really need to have it set to. I'm not going to try it at -6. It's pretty obvious from the reviews that I've watched on YouTube that it needs to be at -12. So let's stop just up here and we'll change the noise reduction and put it on low and head off back down the road and see what that sounds like. So we've got that on low noise reduction now. I'll just put the helmet up I'm actually doing another little talk here. I did a little test before, but I don't think the Action 4 was actually recording. So I thought, oh well, I'll go around the block and go up the road here, zoom up the road and do a bit of talking, then turn around and come back. If I've got 2 copies of it, oh well and good. I'll only need to use one of them, but it's always a bit of a trick with these cameras. You've got to be sure when you start talking that that the thing's recording. I'm sure I'm not the first motorcycle vlogger that's been caught out with that. You've spent 10 or 15 minutes talking to somebody to YouTube about something that you think you're explaining to someone or talking about, and realise when you get down the road a bit that you haven't had your camera on record. Anyway, just thought I'd ride down here a little bit and then we'll head out into the country, get the speed up and see what that sounds like on low noise reduction. So here we go. So it's getting along just under 100 k's there, and the wind's whizzing by. So hopefully we get a good idea of what that sounds like. Up to 100 k's now. I quite like the sound of some of the recordings I've heard on YouTube of guys that have got this microphone in their helmet and they've just got it on low noise reduction. The ambient sound of the wind rushing by and the sound of the motorbike just kind of blends in. It records voice really well, this microphone. I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm pretty impressed with it. For not too much money, I think it was $69 or $70 or something, for a microphone that's got such great technology in it. I'm pretty pleased with it. I did a recording for a YouTube video last weekend, which I haven't put that video up yet. So I'm still in the process of putting it together. And I had the microphone on high noise reduction, so certainly reduced the noise really significantly. We'll turn around here. Yeah, it reduced the noise really significantly, so you can definitely hear my voice, the quality of the voice at high noise reduction is really good. Very impressive. So I'll be interested to hear what this sounds like. So let's head on home and we'll go for a bit of a ride on the Goldwing. Cat there, he'll get run over. Keeps doing that. So here we are, we're on the Honda Goldwing now, and we've got the audio set on low noise reduction. So I basically just jumped off the V-Strom and hopped onto the Goldwing, which I have to say is quite different. It's a completely different motorbike, this. I love riding this Honda Goldwing. It's such a beautiful bike to ride. I am finding it a little heavy nowadays, now that I'm a little bit older. I sort of notice things that I don't seem to be able to do as easily as I used to be able to do. Like putting it up on its centre stand. I put it up on its centre stand this morning so I could give it a bit of a wash, and yeah, that was a bit of a push to get it up on the centre stand, but I got there in the end. But still love riding it. Still such a good cruisy bike. My wife and I still go for the odd ride on the Honda Goldwing. Although we keep saying to each other we probably really need to sell it and do something a bit different. Oh, that's right, only got 5 gears. So there we are, we're doing 100 k's with the sound, the audio on low noise reduction. It should be sounding pretty good. I've got a good screen on this motorbike. This is an F4 screen. You've probably heard me talk about it before. It's a non-scratch screen. It's so good, such a good screen. It just, you got this nice empty space in here where there's no wind. So a lot of the time on the Goldwing I do ride with the visor up. Even in the winter I find it not too bad. Just helps to keep your head, your face nice and fresh. So that's what it sounds like on low noise reduction, so I'll be interested to hear what that sounds like when we get home. So that's what it sounds like with low noise reduction on the Honda Goldwing. I'm hoping we'll hear some of that nice ambient sound of the bike and a little bit of the breeze going by. We'll see what it's all like when we get home and I make up a bit of a video. So let's stop just up here and I'll change the noise reduction back to high again and we'll see how that sounds. So we've got the camera set down now, or set up I should say, with the microphone recording on high noise reduction. Still set of course at minus 12 decibels, or the gain or whatever they call it, it's at minus 12, which is what's recommended by most of the motorcycle vloggers. So it'll be interesting to hear what that's like. Just cruising up the road here, about 90 k's, turn off up here and round the block and head home. So let's pull the visor down. So if we pull the visor down, you probably will notice a difference in the sound with the visor down. Quite a nice day here today. Not too cold. Nice afternoon. Nice afternoon for a bit of a ride on the bike. Just over here on my left, this farm that we're just going past, we just went past that cowshed there. Some people that I've got to know, and I'm going to go out there one day with my cameras and take a time lapse of them milking the cows. Hopefully before the end of the season, before the cows go dry, otherwise I'll have to wait till next year. Nice country roads around here just to have a nice cruise round. You don't want to be going too fast. Nice easy roads to ride. Well, we're back now and enjoyed that little ride. The little mic of course has this wind muff that you can put on it, and I think this is just exactly what I need. I'm not looking for the perfect sound, I just want some good audio in the videos that I make, and this mic's definitely going to be the one that I'm going to use. I thought that when it was on low noise reduction on the V-Strom, it may be a little bit noisy. I do find with it on high noise reduction, you get a bit of a distorted sort of sound when there's cars going past, and the sound of the wind, it's not a really good sort of ambient sound. I quite like the sound of the wind and to be able to hear the sound of the engine as well. I've noticed some of the other people on YouTube, they have that sort of sound, they like to hear the sound of the motorbike. So I probably will use both settings depending on which bike I'm riding and what I'm doing. On the Honda Goldwing, the low noise reduction I thought sounded pretty good. There was a good ambient sound, and on high noise reduction on the Goldwing, I didn't think it was as good a sound. The audio certainly is good. There's no problem there. But yeah, great little microphone. If you've got any comments, leave them in the comments, or you've got any questions or any tips that you can give me about this little microphone. But for me, I think it's pretty good, and I'm pretty impressed with this for the money and for what it is and the level of technology that's in this little mic. I think it's just the bee's knees. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, and give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.